आम पे जब आप गुठली को जब लगाते हैं,
when you plant the seed of
क्या
mango,
होता है? बीज होता है, ये क्या बोले, अंकुर होता है।
then it sprouts.
आम के अंकुर देखा कोई?
Have you seen the sprout of mango?
आम का अंकुर
Never.
देखा? अंकुर माने स्प्राउट, ये है एक गुठली होता है, गुठली समझ दो, वो गुठली के अंदर में,
So the seed,
गुठली समझ दो, वो गुठली के अंदर में मैंने द्विदल वस्तु रहता है, सफेद सफेद, द्विदल वस्तु रहता है, सफेद सफेद दो वस्तु रहता है, ऐसे
two white things are inside the seeds.
अंदर से फिर वो पानी देने पर,
So if you put water,
वो क्या अंकुरित हो जाता है,
then it sprouts.
उसके जड़ आ जाता है, जड़ मिट्टी को पकड़ता है,
Come some roots, and the root takes shelter of the earth, the soil.
फिर एक नीचे की तरफ जड़ चला जाता है और ऊपर की तरफ उसके आ जाता है, वही पौधा के रूप में आता है।
So the root is coming down, and then the plant is like growing. Have you never seen? What did you see?
तो ठीक उसी प्रकार आत्मा की एक शरीर है।
The same way, our soul also has a body.
धीरे-धीरे भजन करते-करते,
performing bhajan slowly, the body of the soul manifests.
धड़ बनता है, और फिर पौधा के रूप में ऊपर आता है। उसके दो भाग होता है, एक जड़ का भाग होता है, जड़ के भाग जो है वो नीचे की तरफ जाता है।
So the part of the root is coming down, like in the form of, because once you take shelter of the soil, and the part up is like plants. It's like a plant. Some leaves came. Slowly, then the branches grow also.
ठीक उसी प्रकार,
in the same way. So if you take the tip of a hair and divide in 100 parts, then you take one part and again 100 parts. So the soul is very small, just like this. Can you divide the tip of a hair in 100 parts, and then in more 100 parts? So you can imagine how the soul is like molecular, so small, and this soul is in the body, and that's why our body is moving and working and living. This is conceivable, something so small that not even in the microscope you cannot see the soul. The soul is so small, not even in the microscope you can see it. And this soul is in the body. There are unlimited jivas, not only one. Just like if you take one drop of blood, and if you check in the microscope one drop of blood, you will see that actually there are many living entities moving there. Many jivas, unlimited in one drop of blood. So there are ananta atma, unlimited atmas in our body. But one atma is kriyasil, making activities. Other atmas are in dormant position, just like sleeping. So there are thousands souls in one body, but one soul is kriya, making activities.
अनंत आत्मा होता है। ये आश्चर्य है।
This is something amazing. Yeah?
बड़ी
But performing bhakti, our soul grows. She's asking.
नहीं, वो स्वरूप तो जो शुद्ध विषय, वो स्वरूप अपने आप विकसित होता है।
The sarupa will manifest.
सब छूट जाता है।
So when
आत्म शरीर प्रकाशित होता है।
when this body will be left, then you will manifest the atma sarir, body of the soul.
जैसे उदाहरण दे रहे हैं, एक
Example is given just like
बीज से
from the people seeds.
अंकुरित हो गया, वो करके क्या हुआ?
People is one plant, one tree, very big tree, like banyan tree, very big tree. So the soul is also very small, but also just like a seed of a tree then becomes a gigantic tree. So we are now, the soul is so small, but performing bhajan slowly, this body will be given up. So in all lives we give up the gross body. What is to die? To give up the gross body only. So this our body is made of 5 elements: earth, ether, air, water. Every life we give it up. Whether we are like a body of male or female, every life we give up this body. But our subtle body, made of mind, intelligence, ego and heart, we never give it up. And a soul is inside this subtle body. And how's the soul? The soul is just like fainted. It's like a fainted position. Upanishads explain. Our body is just like a tree. And in this tree of the body there are 2 branches. Do you know branches? So one Paramatma is living and another Paramatma. So between both of them there is one screen of Maya. So the Paramatma, which is like a bird of Paramatma, can see the soul, but the soul cannot see Paramatma. Why? Because of the black screen between them. So how Paramatma is able to see? Because Maya does not affect Paramatma, only Atma. So Paramatma, our Atma is like dormant or fainted. So our soul is inside our subtle body. Subtle body is composed by mind, intelligence, ego and heart. So our soul is just like in coma. Suppose someone is in coma. The same way, our soul is also in coma. Actually, our soul is not feeling happiness or unhappiness. Like for example, someone is in the coma in a ventilator, the person is not feeling anything. His heart is pumping because of a machine, someone who is in coma, artificially. Generally they die who is in coma. Very few people, they come back to life. Maybe the person can come back from the coma. Do you understand? Sometimes you see that the person maybe was 35, even 40 days in the ventilator, and they come back. But so the Atma is inside our subtle body. How? Just like in a fainted position. Okay? And according to our karma, we are suffering. Who is suffering the karma actually? We are suffering with our gross body, in our subtle body, actually, the subtle body is experience.
ये आपको जो लगा, ये कष्ट किसको हो रहा
For example, who is feeling the suffering you mentioned before? Your body.
है? और शरीर के फिर जा रहे के अनुभव किसको हो रहा
But who is feeling?
है? मन में अनुभव।
Our mind is feeling.
शरीर के कष्ट जो है वो
So
क्या होता है?
the troubles that our body is having actually affects the mind.
वास्तव रूप में आत्मा के ना कोई
Actually, the soul doesn't feel not happiness nor distress,
कोमा में पड़े हुए
because our soul is like in coma. First of all, it's in coma, and also the soul is beyond
माया।
Maya.
आत्मा जो वास्तव जो माया आत्मा की जो है ना स्पर्श करती है।
Actually, Maya cannot touch the soul. Example is given.
जैसे एक बिल्ली को आप
Just like you caught one.
और उसके कोठरी में उसको ढक्कन लगा दिया।
So you caught one cat and you covered this cat with a basket, suppose.
वो टगरी से
So you've covered a cat in a basket. Like imagine a basket upside down. So the cat
यहाँ पर बीच में बैठा हुआ है।
is inside this.
टगरी के स्पर्श नहीं कर रहे हैं।
So he's not touching the basket.
वो बैठे हुए हैं। ठीक उसी प्रकार उदाहरण के
So in the same way,
आत्मा उसी प्रकार मूर्छित होकर वहां पड़ेगी।
Atma is fainted like this also.
ये जो मैंने जो कहा रहा था, ये जो टोकरी जो है,
So the example I gave about the basket and this cat.
बॉक्स, वो जिसको उसको हम ढक्कन पे रखा है,
That you're covering.
ये क्या है? ये
What is this?
इसके ऊपर
It's like the subtle body.
ये सूक्ष्म शरीर जब हट जाता है,
So
तब उसके
when the subtle body is removed, slowly the body of the soul will manifest.
ये विचार। वो हरिनाम करते करते
So chanting holy name slowly,
जागृत होगा।
he will wake up.
कहते हैं उसके जगाओ,
So that's why I wake him up.
जो आत्मा सोए हुए
The soul which is now sleeping, we have to wake him up.
क्या? आत्मा शरीर नीचे मतलब है
So this body of the soul, Atma Sharir.
किसमें नीचे
Okay, our soul is fainted
सूक्ष्म शरीर के अंदर
inside the subtle body.
है, वो आत्मा जो है सूक्ष्म शरीर के अंदर,
So our soul is inside subtle body fainted.
किंतु आत्मा की क्रिया होने पर है, ये हमारे शरीर की क्रिया आदि होती है।
But the
क्योंकि स्पिरिचुअल थिंग्स इसको एक शब्द के द्वारा कहने पर आपको समझ में नहीं।
so I don't know if you understand, but I give many examples.
आप बर्तन चूल्हा में बैठे हैं,
Suppose you put a pot on a stove
नीचे क्या
and
देते हैं?
you fill it up with water, this pot. Then you light the stove, the heat.
बर्तन के पीछे भाग लग रहा है।
So the heat is touching the pot, right? The heat of the stove is touching the pot.
गर्म होने से क्या होता है?
So the pot is becoming hot,
जल गर्म
and the water which is inside the pot also starts to get hot.
डायरेक्ट रूप में जल को स्पर्श नहीं करता।
So the fire is not touching the water directly. The fire is touching the pot, the lower part of the pot, the bottom of the pot.
और वो बर्तन के पीछे भाग गर्म होने के साथ यहाँ जल बर्तन के स्पर्श करके रखे हैं, इसे जल गर्म हो जाएगा।
That's why the water becomes hot. You see. So
बर्तन किसको स्पर्श
the fire is touching the pot, and then
जल फिर किसको
the pot is touching the water,
चावल को
and the water touched the rice.
हो गया,
Suppose you are making the rice, okay?
जल गर्म हो गया,
So the pot became hot, the water became hot, and slowly the rice will start to
शल क्या होता है? विकार हो जाता है।
change,
विकार समझ लो,
isn't it? Because the rice will cook. The rice will change its form. So first the soul was the rice was really small, like uncooked, right?
जल गर्म होने के नाम
But because the water is getting hot, slowly this grain of rice will start to change its shape, because it's
होने पर वो जल गर्म होता है, बताओ।
so the water boils at which temperature? 100 degrees Celsius.
जब जल 100 डिग्री
Celsius.
है, जब जल 100 डिग्री स्फुटन,
When the water is 100 degrees,
आप देखोगे
you can see
कि जो है वो नीचे के भाग जो है ऊपर आ रहे हैं और ऊपर के भाग नीचे जा रहे हैं। आज देखो आप बुद 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 आपको दिखाई पड़ेगा।
You see those boils coming from the water?
आपने देखा कभी नहीं?
Have you seen this?
देखा नहीं? वो जल की जो है अर्थात नीचे के जल गर्म होकर के ऊपर आ रहे हैं।
Actually, the water that is from under the pot, the bottom of the pot,
इसी प्रकार से
is going up, boiling, and there's like a whirlpool in the water.
सेंटीग्रेड हो जाता है तो जल क्या है उबाल कर आता है।
This before coming 100 degrees, but when it makes 100 degrees, then water starts
100 डिग्री
evaporating.
तापमान 100 डिग्री हो जाता है, वो जल क्या होता है? whirlpool सृष्टि करता है, मैंने क्या बोलते हैं?
So yeah, in 100 degrees starts the whirlpool. Sorry, yeah, the whirlpool, because the water from the bottom is coming up because it's too hot, and the other from up is coming down.
बाष्पीकरण से ना भेपा
This is the vapor. So
देखो और भी उसमें जब आप ढक्कन लगा देते हो,
when you
ढक्कन के ऊपर वो स्पर्श करता है, उसको लगाते हैं, उसको फेंकता रहता है।
So when you cover with a lid, you see that the lid will also move because of the vapor, isn't it? Anyway, okay, the example, every day we see the water boiling when we cook rice, for example, and isn't it? Have you ever cooked? No. You never cooked.
आप तो बरात को कैसे बनाएंगे? जवान मेरे था तो बना दी, तो माँ बना दी थी, बहन बना दी वो। अच्छा चलो।
Anyway.
अच्छा चलो हम कथा प्रसंग पे चल दो। नहीं जो कथा प्रसंग में जो है देखो जल गर्म होकर इस स्फुटनांक पर जितने बढ़ते जा रहे हैं,
So
वो जल गर्म होकर चावल के क्या कर देते हैं?
When the water is heating up, the rice also starts to change. Before, the grain of rice was really small.
बासमती राइस जो है,
Suppose the basmati rice had,
गुना कर देते हैं।
like maybe the rice would change, would grow 3 times.
और कचौड़ी से लेकर के उसके 3 गुना कर।
You know, the rice maybe will expand 3 times when he cooks, when it cooks. It's the same rice, but he's changed, transformed because of the heat with the water. Before the rice was hard, now the rice is soft. How do you know if the rice is cooked? How do you know? So you don't need to take all the grains of rice. Just take 1 grain of rice and press it in your hands. Then you know that he's soft. It's soft. Everything is soft. So then you turn off the fire. In the same way, the souls inside our subtle body, like I told. And although the soul doesn't have any contact with Maya, just like the fire also doesn't have any direct contact with the grain of rice inside the pot. It's everything indirect, isn't it? Just like I said, the fire is hitting the bottom of the pot, okay? And the pot is hitting the water, and the water is touching the rice which is inside and is cooking. Then the rice changes form because of the heat. In the same way, we are in this world, our soul, the pure soul here in this world. In the same way, we are also affected by the 3 sufferings of Maya. In the same way. So this transformation is exactly the Swarupa Brahma. What did I say? This is Swarupa Brahma, this transformation. Like we were the servants of Krishna. To serve Krishna is my dharma, my nature. But because we are the sufferings of Maya, you like change and you forget the service of Krishna and you start to serve Maya. Do you understand? Our original nature was to serve Krishna. Das means Seva. So to serve God, this is the Swarupagata Dharma, means the nature of our soul, in essence. But because we are contaminated by Maya, we changed, and we start to serve Maya. So we are now Maya Das, servants of Maya. We were Krishna Das, but now we were Maya Das. Something amazing, because we are Maya Das, we are serving Maya, but Maya is not happy with us. Please come, Prabhuji.
हम माया के सेवा जिसको सेवा
So we are serving her,
है, आश्चर्य की बात है।
and something amazing, because
जिसको आप सेवा करो,
if you serve someone,
वो प्रसन्न होनी चाहिए,
that person should be happy with you.
है? किंतु आश्चर्य की बात है।
But something amazing is that we are serving Maya so much, but Maya is not pleased with us.
ये विचित्र है।
It's something amazing.
पैर दबा,
Like if you massage someone's feet,
पैर दबाने से वो प्रसन्न होते हैं।
that person will become pleased with you.
के पैर दबा रहे हैं,
So we are massaging Maya's feet.
के आदेश पालन कर रहे हैं,
We're following the instructions of Maya.
तथापि माया
Still, Maya
हमें लोग प्रसन्न नहीं।
is not happy with us.
कामादीनां कथित पालिता, काम क्रोध के दास होकर माया की,
So we're the servants of Maya. We're doing everything.
तथापि माया हमारे ऊपर,
Still, Maya is not happy with us.
वो भी माया हमें कुछ पैसे कुछ नहीं,
And Maya is not even paying us.
दुकान में काम करे तो पैसे
Like if you work in a shop, you'll be
माया
paid a salary. So we are the servants of Maya.
और भी पिटाई करता है,
Maya is not even paying us, and is even beating us.
देशा देशं जातं में न कृपा शांति न कृपा, उनके लज्जा भी शर्म भी नहीं,
Maya has no shame.
और उनके
Sorry.
नहीं, और भी करो,
And she's not also never pacified. She always wants more and more.
पिता पालिता दुर्निदेश और आदेश, जो मैं करना नहीं,
So things that I didn't even want to do, I'm doing just because she ordered me. She ordered me to do, and I'm doing.
पिता पालिता उनके लज्जा भी नहीं है,
Maya has no shame at all. And she's never pleased. Like she's never pacified. She always wants more and more. More.
वो भी कैसे उनका जो स्लेव था,
So we are slaves of Maya. You know, slave?
उनको मैंने खरीद
So someone that like a slave, you buy a slave, right? You paid for him.
लिया,
I bought you.
जैसे कहना चाहिए,
So whatever I say, you have to do as I tell.
गीतालय में जैसे करते हैं, आज समझिए,
Just like in the prostitute house, in the whore house,
बेच देते,
in the brothel, these ladies are sold.
उसके
So they have to,
करके रखते हैं,
they're like arrested inside this brothel. They cannot leave.
ये उसको करना पड़ता है,
And whatever the pimp says, they have to do.
और नहीं करो तो आपको
Otherwise, if they don't do, they are beating up.
यूट्यूब में देगा,
Have you seen in the YouTube?
किसी ने पिटाई करता था,
They are beating up these prostitutes.
आज
Do you understand?
उनके जीवन की क्या होता है, सब
So their life is completely destroyed.
गए,
Finish.
ऐसे बहुत पेपर में तो बहुत आता है,
This news comes in the paper a lot.
उधार आदि
Sometimes police goes and tries to save them.
सब तो मिले जुले रहते हैं,
But actually the police is also involved in the system
उधार के जो मालिक होते हैं ना,
with the pimp. You know, police also gets his share from the pimp. That's why the police doesn't do anything against these brothels.
इसलिए आपको सवाल ही नहीं है,
So that's why they don't stop this business.
कहाँ से चंगुल से उस चंगुल में एक बार जो फंस जाता है,
Once you are in that,
निकालने के लिए रास्ता है,
like inside that system, or no, sorry, once you are in the clutches of this like pimp or something, your life is completely destroyed. So in the same way, Maya,
दिन रात वही काम,
day and night, is telling us to do this work for her.
काम क्रोधे दास या तार लादी खा,
So we're the servants of lust and anger.
दास होके वो हमें लादी मलाद
And she's beating us. Do this, do this, do this.
तथापि पिटाई
We are doing, but still she's beating us.
चल रही है,
Just like a ass, you know, the donkey is ass is moving,
जो कोई सीमेंट लाती,
and the ass is carrying for you sand, cement.
मालिक है ना,
Still the owner of the ass is beating him. Go, 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 beating it. Go, go, go. Like
दिन
the
में आज 20 राउंड तुम्हें सामान लेकर जाना पड़ेगा,
I have to take so much load today.
एक तो सामान इतने दे देते हैं,
So the donkey,
नहीं पाते हैं, बेटा बेच,
the ass owner is giving too much load for him.
हम कहते हैं गधे के जीवन का जो
Just like we say, the person is like has the donkey's life, because the donkey's life is terrible.
को भी
The owner of the donkey will never buy food for him.
काम भी खिला देता है,
Not even a mango, nothing
कोई खिलाते
will give any food for the donkey.
हैं ना, हैं,
Never, ever.
गधे के जो है कोई खिलाते नहीं है,
So the owner of the donkey,
जो खिलाते पिलाते,
like if you have like for example some horse, you take care and give food. But also, for the ass, no.
सारा दिन काम करते करते
Whole day he's working. The ass, no, the donkey. In the end of the day,
है 10 रस्सी जो था ना गले का उसको खोल देते हैं।
So then the owner opens his rope and beats him. Okay, go, search for something. So maybe the donkey will see some, maybe newspaper like on the floor and eat the paper, or maybe eat some dry grass. In this way the ass maintains his life. Then early in the morning, again he's brought,
और पकड़ करके फिर काम करा रहे।
and again he has to do job from morning to evening.
इले हम कहते हैं वर्धवेर मतो आमी कोरी परिश्रम कार लगी ये तो श्रम ना कुछ करता हूँ संसार में हम भी ऐसे करते गधे के बाद।
So we are working in this world just like a donkey.
किसके लिए कर रहे हैं?
We are doing everything for whom?
आप बताओ सभी जितने जीव है
All the jivas,
मनुष्य के लिए करता है।
especially for human beings, Bhaktivinoda Thakur
इसलिए
explains.
संसार यही छायाबाजी प्राय याते ममता करी बिथा बिजन जा हाय हाय नहीं भाभी अनित्य सब है जीवन विगत ले कथा रहिबे वैभव गद्धवेर मतो आमी करी परिश्रम ये गधा के साथ तुलना दिए।
So we are our work in this world is compared to a donkey. We are working as like donkeys, all of us.
हमारे जीवन कैसे हो गया? मैकेनिकल लाइफ हो
We have a mechanical life.
गया है यांत्रिक जीवन है हर रोज वही काम करते जा रहे हो।
Every day we're doing same, going to the job, early in the morning, coming back, again going, come back.
क्या कहा जाए मैकेनिकल लाइफ कहा जाए
We have a mechanical life,
है जैसे मशीन चलते जा रहे हैं चलते
just like a machine doing the same thing again and again.
जो रिफाइनरी में काम करते हैं ना उसके 24 घंटे 24 आवर्स मशीन चलते जा रहे हैं चलते जा रहे
Like some machines that are on non-stop 24 hours. So in the same way,
हैं। हम इस संसार में क्या करते हैं
we are also in this world working like a donkey, like asses.
हैं? और ऐसे देखो माया में मोहित होकर उसको हम अच्छा लगता है
And we are so deluded by Maya, we like to do this.
अच्छा लगता है।
We like, we are happy.
माया भी ऐसे विचित्र है
Maya is interesting, huh?
विचित्र रूपिणी माया
Maya manifests in so many forms.
समय हमें दिखाते हैं कभी थोड़ा बहुत सुख दिखाते हैं
Sometimes Maya shows you some happiness.
और दिखा करके फिर
Then again,
समुद्र में
Maya throws you in this ocean of suffering.
है और उसमें क्या रोग शोक अनेक प्रकार
And you feel so much rog and sok, like happiness, lamentation and diseases.
देखो रोग शोक में हम पड़ेंगे
So we're feeling so much
कष्ट हम भोग रहे हैं इस संसार
rog and sok, diseases and lamentation. We are suffering so much in this world.
हम सब लोग कैसे काम
Sorry.
गधे के
We are working like donkeys, all of us. Isn't it?
आप कब दुकान में जाते हो
When do you go to work in your shop?
आराम से जाते हो कि आप आनंद करें
You go happy.
क्या बोलेगा हम जैसे जा रहे हैं आराम
Just like I told that the donkeys are also happy.
है चिंता तो लगे रहते हैं ना दुकान में क्या सामान आया नहीं आया कहाँ
So you're worried, thinking, oh, which goods have
वही
arrived.
तो करो चिंता सब रहते हैं
Not like if you have a business, you have worries.
सबसे बड़ी चिंता है इनकम टैक्स की चिंता
The most biggest worry we have is the income tax.
बताओ तुम्हारी
The income tax will come. Maybe we'll ask how much did you sell, how much did you buy, and you have to give
चिंता नहीं है ऐसी थोड़ी
many explanations to the government. So we have worries, all of us.
चिंता रहती है इसलिए कहते हैं आप कहो जो हमारी चिंता नहीं ये नहीं दुकान
If you say, oh, I don't have any worry in my job, in my business, no, it's not true.
वेर मतो आमी कोरी परिश्रम
We have worries in our business.
कार लगी ये तो सब नाक गुची लोग और आप लोग ठीक है हैं बेटा आ गया
Your son came.
बेटी कहाँ है
Where is your daughter?
अच्छा इधर बैठी है
Oh, she's here. Okay.
हैं? तो मेरा कहने की तात्पर्य है
So what I want to say is,
जीव जो है माया के द्वारा मोहित होकर सब करते जा
the jivas in this world, they are suffering so much under the illusion of Maya.
आज ये दुख कष्ट हम किसमें भोगते हैं
Why we are suffering this?
पहली तो स्थूल शरीर और स्थूल शरीर से जा रहे कहाँ पर
First of all, the gross body is feeling, and then this is coming to the mind actually.
स्थूल शरीर में आघात हो रहा है
So the thing comes in the
फिर
gross
मन में
body,
जाकर के उसको
and
क्रिया हो
this affects the
जैसे
mind.
आपके कुछ अच्छा बोले पसंद
Some
नहीं जाता।
example, if I tell you something good, you'll be happy.
गाली दे
If I call you names,
आपको क्या बोलता है
you'll be upset.
किसमें हो रहा है?
So why are you upset?
मन में।
The upset comes in the mind, but mind is material.
किंतु उसकी वजह से आत्मा के वास्तव में आत्मा
So actually, the soul is not
इफेक्ट नहीं होता।
being affected
वो तो चिन्हमय है।
because the soul is transcendental.
जो मैंने इतने समय तक जो समझा,
I was long time trying to explain to you.
चिन्हमय है पर।
The soul
वो
is
भी कैसे?
spiritual
समुज्जमान हो।
and is like fainted now, like in coma, just like in coma.
है। वो उसी के क्या कहते हैं, ये स्थूल शरीर को छोड़ करके हम आत्मा शरीर में ये क्या बोले सूक्ष्म शरीर को कैसे है। इसलिए योगी लोग क्या करते हैं,
So the yogis, through the process of yoga,
मूलाधार चक्र आदि जो है,
they with
योगी लोग क्या करते हैं, मूलाधार चक्र जिसको कहते हैं,
the Muladhara chakra, the basis chakra, they want to take the 7 stages up.
उस मूलाधार चक्र के द्वारा धीरे धीरे
So through the Muladhara chakra, they want to raise
स्थूल शरीर छोड़ करके सूक्ष्म शरीर
until the Brahmatala, top of the head, and go to the subtle body, leave the gross body. And in the subtle body,
ब्रह्म में लीन होता
they want to merge in Brahma.
है। आज इसको ब्रह्मलीन कहा जाता है।
This is called Brahmaling, merging in Brahma. But this is something very dangerous because when the soul goes to Brahma,
और वहाँ पर क्या होता है,
what happens?
वहाँ पर भी उनके कहते हैं कमिट,
It's like committing suicide for the soul.
क्यों आत्मा की जो धर्म जो था,
Why? Because the nature of the soul,
धर्म माने स्वभाव, वो स्वभाव को क्या किया, वो कार्यकरी नहीं हुआ। आत्मा के
that
स्वभाव
nature you're not doing. Because what is the nature of the soul? To serve Krishna.
सेवा कर, हम सेवा नहीं करते। इसलिए कहा जाते हैं जो लोग मुक्ति में प्रवेश कर जाते हैं,
Those who enter Mukti,
कहा जाता है वो उसके कहा जाता है कमिटेड सुसाइड,
this one actually committing suicide.
क्योंकि आत्मा की जो वृत्ति भगवान की सेवा है,
The tendency of the soul is to serve Bhagavan.
की जगह है नहीं, वो दूसरी तरफ चले जाए।
But you're not awakening this tendency and you are going to the other side. So that's why you have to wake up the tendency of the soul.
जागृत प्राप्त वरान निबोधत प्रस्वधारा निशित दुर्गम पथो पथो कवच है। उत्तिष्ठ जागृत,
Like this Lok explains, wake up.
जागो,
Wake up.
उत्तिष्ठ जागृत प्राप्त वरान निबोधत, वरान माने श्रेष्ठ,
Take this highest thing.
क्या करो,
You have to
अपने आप प्राप्त करो
attain this highest thing.
है। आज उत्तिष्ठ जागृत प्राप्त वरान निबोधत प्रस्वधारा से निशित दूरत्व है। बोले ये संसार कैसे
How is this world?
पूर के रेजार के भांति
It's sharp like
धार युक्त है।
like a razor,
क्या बोला,
like the blade of a razor.
संसार कैसे है,
So how is this world?
खूर है ना, जैसे खूर
You know the razor
रेजर वो नाई जो काटते रहते
that the barber used for shaving someone, and
हैं, ब्लेड जो एज होता है,
the blade of a razor is very sharp,
तीक्ष्ण होता है।
very sharp.
थोड़ा सा कोई हाथ ही
If little bit you move your hand, then you cut yourself.
कृष्ण धारा निशित दुर्गम पथस्तत कवयो बदंती, कवयो बदंती,
So
बड़े बड़े जो
the great
कवि,
poets,
कवि माने
Kobi,
जो आत्मा के तत्व
means
जानते
actually these persons who know about the soul,
वही बता रहे हैं,
they are saying,
माने जिसको स्वरूप ज्ञान उपलब्धि हो गया,
those who have already attained the realization of the soul, they say
ये संसार
that this material world is very
पूर के
sharp like the blade of a razor.
आज इस संसार में चलना भी बहुत,
It's very difficult to walk in this world, to live in this world.
इसलिए कहते हैं ना, जैसे आप लोग देखे होंगे
Maybe you have seen
ये वो ये दिखाते हैं ना,
that
क्या बोले कुछ लोग रस्सी के ऊपर चलते हैं,
some people they walk on a rope. Have you seen this? Govardhan Parikrama. Some persons like without holding,
ऐसे हाथ पे रखकर
she's like just balancing herself on a rope.
क्या बोले
Sorry, I don't know this English name
डीवीडी बज रही है
for this.
और उसके
Someone is playing some drum and the person is
चाहते हुए
dancing on a rope without hanging anything, like without being hung. So this one kind of balance. The person is dancing on a rope.
तो वो तो रस्सी के ऊपर चलना, उससे भी चलना कैसे करें?
So how difficult it is
जैसे
to
कोई तलवार को रख
to walk on a rope. Now imagine to walk on a blade of a sword.
दिखना धार युक्त है,
Imagine to walk on a blade of a sword.
वो भी बैलेंस करके चलते हैं,
Balancing. This is even more difficult. without cutting your feet, even more difficult than balancing to walk on a rope.
कला समझ
Because there's an art behind everything, no? So they know how to do this.
उसी प्रकार क्या करते हैं ये संसार में
So to walk in this world is just like you also need an art to walk in this world. Just like you need an art to walk on the blade of a sword or on a rope. So this is the art of life.
जीवन की एक कला कहा जाता है
So there's an art of living.
कैसे चलना है
How to live, how to walk in this world, how to lead your life, how to you have to be in balance. If you're unbalanced, then it's over for you.
उत्तिष्ठत जागृत प्राप्य वरान निबोधत प्रसदात निशित कृत्या दुर्गम अत्यंत कमो वरान इसलिए हमारे शरीर में जो आत्मा की जागृत करा
So we have to wake up the soul which is in our body.
जीव जागो बुरा चांद बोले अतो निद्रा जाओ माया जगाओ आत्मा की जगाओ
Wake up your soul, wake up. How to wake him up?
इसलिए महाप्रभु करें
Mahaprabhu said,
जीव जागो बुरा चांद बोले अतो निद्रा जाओ माया एनर्जी औषधि माया नासी माया को नाश करने के लिए दवाई लेकर के महाप्रभु
we have to take the medicine that destroy Maya. What is the medicine?
महाप्रभु कह रहे हैं
Mahaprabhu is saying,
गोलोक वृंदावन धाम से
I have brought from Goloka Vrindavan
अत्यंत क्या बोलते कीमती
the most
मैं
valuable medicine.
मनुष्य की जो साधारण दवाई की तरह काम नहीं होगा
Actually, for the jivas in Kali Yuga,
पुरानी हो जाता है
normal medicines will not work.
खतरनाक होता है
Like some diseases, they're very dangerous
क्या होता है
and very
स्ट्रॉन्ग दवाई देना पड़ता है
like
साधारण दवाई
sorry.
से काम नहीं होगा
If a disease is very, very strong, a normal medicine cannot finish the disease. Suppose someone has cancer.
साधारण दवाई से थोड़ी होगा
Normal medicines will not work for cancer. The person has to go
कीमती दवाई
like take this very powerful medicine.
थेरेपीज करते हैं क्या क्या करते रहते हैं
Therapy, these like still maybe even doesn't work.
जैसे वो रशियन है ना
Like that Russian girl,
अस्पताल में रहेगी
she's in the hospital.
या 2-3 दिन में चला गया क्या करें उसकी सारी जो है शरीर में फैल गई
So her body's has failed.
तो क्या करें
What to do?
केवल बस मृत्यु के लिए
She's just waiting for death.
इंतजाम करना पड़ता है इसलिए महाप्रभु करे
So Mahaprabhu said, I have brought this most powerful medicine from Goloka Vrindavan to destroy Maya.
बहुत बलिष्ठ
I have brought a very strong medicine.
दवाई में लेकर के आता
I've brought to you.
बहुत बलिष्ठ बलिष्ठ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग दवाई में लेकर के आता एक ही क्रियाशील हो गई और वही आत्मा शरीर में है इसलिए हमारे सारी इंद्रियां आदि चल रही ये आश्चर्य है बात
Where's the katha?
दवाई में लेकर के बहुत बलिष्ठ बलिष्ठ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग दवाई में लेकर के आता बहुत बलिष्ठ बलिष्ठ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग दवाई में लेकर के आता बहुत बलिष्ठ बहुत बलिष्ठ, बलिष्ठ मतलब very strong दवाई भी लिखता है.
Let's see if they start new. Okay.
नासीवार लगी हरिनाम महामंत्र लो. नाम है. सारे डॉक्टर को दिखा लीजिए, जंतु को दिखा लीजिए, किंतु अंत में हरिनाम.
So this medicine is holy names.
इसलिए संसार से माया से मुक्त होकर के
So,
भगवान की प्राप्ति करना किससे होगा?
how to be free from Maya and attain to Bhagavan? Only one way, Harinam. And how to chant holy names? Everyone is chanting holy names, right? But you have to chant without offenses. You must chant without offenses and with knowledge of relationship.
और संबंध से संबंध ज्ञान होनी चाहिए.
You must have sambandha again.
संबंध ज्ञान कहाँ से मिलेगा?
How to get sambandha again? This knowledge of relationship. How to get it? Cannot get it in the market.
महाप्रभु क्या करते?
Actually, Guru Padma, he'll give us this.
ये सारी पंखा दी लगा दो, लाइट लगा दिया, वायरस भी तो क्या?
For example, for lighting a light bulb and a fan, you need electricity.
बिजली उत्पादन हो.
But the electricity must be connected with the powerhouse, the place where the electricity is generated.
क्रिएट हो रहा है. पावर हाउस जिसको कहा जाता
It's called powerhouse.
है. पावर हाउस के साथ
So if the
तार यदि नहीं लगाया,
wire is not connected with the powerhouse, then the electricity won't come to light this
देखो एक ही
electrodomestic things.
है तो वही इलेक्ट्रिसिटी.
So it's the same electricity
पंखा के घुमा रहे हैं.
that's moving this fan and also lighting the light bulb with light.
करते जा रहे हैं. ठीक उसी प्रकार गुरुपाद में
So in the same way, Guru Padma, what does he do?
काम क्या है?
What is the duty of Guru?
नाम है कृष्ण के साथ.
To connect us with Krishna. His duty is to connect us with Krishna.
आज नहीं. है? अपना आप करो, मैं तो अपने आप जोड़ लेते हैं.
Or I'll connect myself with Krishna.
क्या करते? गुरु
No.
का कार्य होता है.
The duty of Guru is to connect you with Bhagavan.
इलेक्ट्रिशियन होते हैं ना, है? वो स्क्रूड्राइवर क्या क्या दे करके
Like electrician, for example, he can solve, and with the screwdriver he can open that, like suppose the bulb or some wire, and can connect it with the electricity.
है? वो कैसे भी करते हैं, कहते हैं ब्रह्मांड में देखो ना, भाग
How does the Guru do that? Brahman Brahmete Kono Bhagavan Jiv.
माली हुआ से ही करे आरोपण, श्रवण कीर्तन करो सिचन. महापुरुष संकल्प
Mahaprabhu himself said,
में भ्रमण करते
wandering this material world,
करते अत्यंत सौभाग्य
very fortunate living entity
वो गुरु के चरणाश्रय कर
will take shelter of the lotus feet of Guru, Guru Padashray.
फिर इसके मंत्र आदि दे देते.
Then the Guru gives mantra to this person.
वही मंत्र क्या करते हैं
The mantra,
के साथ
duty of the mantra is to give us sambandha again towards Krishna. So Guru Deva is called sambandha pradata. He gives sambandha again.
है. जैसे विवाह कैसे होता है,
So also the marriage, wedding.
इसको चादू कर लिया बस.
Nowadays you marry anyone you want, even if your parents don't give benediction for that.
विवाह भी नहीं करते, बाहर
So many people, they don't even get married, they just start living with someone.
विदेश में अधिकतर ऐसे
In the Western countries this happens so much. Even they have kids and they never get married.
के फायदा क्या
Why getting married? What is the necessity of that?
है? हमारे भारतीय सभ्यता संस्कृति में तो
In the culture there is the wedding ceremony.
ऐसा विवाह है क्या चीज?
What is the wedding? Vibaha.
संबंध ज्ञान के
It's creating the sambandha again, knowledge of relationship.
द्वारा
With mantras, the Brahmana will tell you.
एक नियम सिस्टम होता है.
So this is the system, some rules. Otherwise it's bad behavior. Like for example, just like a cow and an ox. Who is marrying a cow to an ox? To an ox. Or for example, male donkey and female donkey. They don't get married and they have kids. So the atheists also say, like animals are not getting married, so why do we need to get married? Like there was a minister, he was saying, oh, why the brahmanas need to use sacred thread? This is just because when you have to pee, you have to roll this sacred thread on your ear. But you see, donkeys, they don't have sacred thread and they also pee. So this minister was saying this. You know, the sacred thread is something so pure, directly Baladev Prabhu, and Anantadeva himself is the sacred thread. And this minister, atheist, he was saying things about sacred thread. Actually has no knowledge, he's an atheist. So those who don't have knowledge of sacred thread, they are thinking this is not important. Just like a thread, but actually it's not only a thread, it's directly Baladev Prabhu. Do you understand? Directly Anantadev. So the sacred thread is directly Baladev Prabhu, directly Anantadev. So the sacred thread will take you to the spiritual realm. When you chant the mantra with your sacred thread, you will attain the siddhi, perfection in the mantra. So is it Upanayan Samskara, like the ceremony in which you get the sacred thread? So how many samskaras are there in the Vedic culture? Many kinds. But the main are 10 kinds of samskaras are there. Since the Garbhadharana samskar until the death. The death is the Daha samskar, is the last rite. No, ritual, right. So because we're human beings, we must follow all these rules. Bhagavan will be pleased if we follow Varnashram Dharma. If you want to please Bhagavan, you have to follow Varnashram Dharma. What is Varnashram Dharma? 4 ashrams and 4 varnas. Brahmachari, Grihastha, Sannyas. So, Gita Bhagavan says, hey Arjun, in this world, I created the 4 varnas and 4 ashrams. And according to the nature and to the qualities, like for example, if you are born in the family of a brahmana and you work in a shoe shop, so it's called chamar, somebody who works with skin and shoes. This is not a good word. The person is writing, I'm a sharma, I'm a brahmana, but he works with shoes. So Bhagavan says, no. Every human being, they must stay in their own varna and ashram and follow Varnashram Dharma. Bhagavan says, you have to follow your own duties. If you're not following Varnashram Dharma, how you can never enter spiritual life? Like I spoke before, the animals, they don't have any discrimination, they don't get married. Does a male donkey marry a female donkey? Does anyone marry them? They make fire sacrifice also for the donkeys, but they also have kids or not? They have children, offspring. So the offspring of a donkey is also a donkey. Even sometimes we call someone name like, oh, the son of a donkey is a donkey. Yes. But only having 2 legs and 2 hands won't make you a human being. Who is a human being? Manav. Someone who follows the rules of the Manu Samhita, Achar Samhita, the rules and regulations for a human being, for the society. Samhita means law book of behaviors. Achara Samhita. These are the rules. So it's like a constitution. It's called Achara Samhita. So everyone must follow this constitution of behaviors. For example, constitution, even the prime minister, normal citizens, everybody must follow the constitution. So if you're a human being, there is a constitution for you. So Bhagavan says in the Gita, according to the nature and activities, you belong to a varna or ashram. In the Gita also Bhagavan explains, the nature of a brahmana is this, this and that. For example, the nature of a brahmana is, who is a brahmana? Those who chant holy names, that person is a brahmana. When we are born from the womb of a mother, we are shudras actually. That's why the babies are always like bang, bang, crying, crying. They're lamenting. One who laments is a shudra. So the panditas also give the samskara to the child. For example, the sacred thread, etc. These samskaras. Then the person is dvija, twice born. Semen birth is when you are born from the mother and father, like seminal birth, shokra janma. Then you get the diksha janma, when you accept diksha, when you get the sacred thread. Sorry, savitra janma, when you get the Gayatri mantra. Then, yes, the sacred thread, then you get the sacred thread and everything. So 3 births. First birth is the seminal birth, Sokra Janma. Second, Savitri Janma, when you receive the Gayatri mantra from the Guru. Third, when you receive Krishna mantra and Gopal mantra, and you take Diksha and you get the sacred thread, etc. Diksha Janma. From the word Diksha, it forms the deity, the word Diksha. Diksha Janma comes from Diksha, means when you take the Diksha. So according to the nature of the person, the varna and ashram is determined. Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas, Brahma, Katra, Vaishya, Shudra. So there are 6 activities of a brahmana he must perform. Jojan and Jajan. Means he's studying the Vedas, he's teaching the Vedas, he's taking donations, he's giving donations, and he's performing worship and also helping others perform worship. So sometimes Shastra explains also 9 qualities of the Brahmanas, sometimes 12 qualities. The qualities of a Brahman. The best quality of a Brahmana is the simplicity. So without the priest and hypocrisy, you have to do Bhagavad Bhajan according to your also nature of your Varna and Ashram. Actually, you have to follow the rules of Varna and Ashram, but the main goal is to follow Hari Bhajan, to worship Bhagavan. This is the most important thing. If you only follow Varnashram Dharma, Bhagavan is not pleased with you only by if you follow Varnashram Dharma.
पालन करने के साथ ही साथ
When you follow Varnashram also at the same time you must also do Bhagavat Bhajan.
तो ये कॉलेज में
Especially in Kali Yuga, you have to
अनुशीलन करना पड़ेगा।
chant holy names.
नाम ब्रह्म के अनुशीलन करना
You must have to, you have to chant holy names.
ब्राह्मण हो क्षत्रिय हो वैश्य हो,
Whether you are Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya or Shudra, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas,
सभी की क्या करना पड़ेगा?
everyone must
हरिनाम करना पड़ेगा।
chant holy names.
चलो फिर क्या करें? चलो किसी प्रकार जो है अरे हाँ कहते हैं, जीवन धारण के लिए
But to maintain your life,
किसी भी कार्य आप कर सकते हैं।
you can do anything to maintain your life.
दिया गया, क्या छूट दिया गया? जीवन धारण के लिए किसी भी आप कार्य
To maintain your life, you can do job or what is necessary,
किंतु उद्देश्य क्या है?
but your goal is Bhagavat Bhajan.
यदि आप भगवत भजन नहीं कर रहे हैं
If you are not performing Bhagavat Bhajan
और दूसरी कार्य करते जा रहे हो, वो सब
and you are doing other things only, then your life is zero. Holy names is just like the number one that you put as by the side of all the zeros that make them valuable.
है, बड़े बड़े 10 गुण। राम नाम के अंक है। अंक क्या है? संख्या, नंबर। आपके मोबाइल में कितने नंबर है?
How many digits you have in your phone? Have you seen your phone?
नंबर है? 10 नंबर है।
10 numbers,
क्या है?
10 digits.
कितने नंबर है? मोबाइल देखो तो
Have you seen your phone? You have 9 numbers.
और एक जीरो, जीरो के लिए
And the zero, but zero has no value. Zero is not
संख्या जब हो जाता है तब जो कोई
like a number, is a not
में जब आता है, पीछे जब आता है
like a digit algorithm.
करके
But if you write number 1 next to 0, then it's like 10.
कोई मूल्य नहीं है।
0 itself has no value.
अर्थात भगवत नाम ही है।
So holy names is actually the sanka, like the number.
सब साधन के सुन, जितने भी के साधन
Everything you do, all the other sadhanas are 0, 0, 0, 0. But the only number that can be put side of all the 0 and make them valuable is holy names.
संख्या लगाओ और उसके पीछे जितने जीरो लगा दे जाओ।
So if you put a number 1, all the zeros, or if you put any number, like 1, 2, any number, and all the zeros next to it, they will become valuable 10 times more each time you put a 0. But if there's only zeros, not that number in the left side, then everything's 0, no value.
फिर एक लिख के 2 जीरो दे दिया, 100 हो गया। एक लिख के 3, जितने जीरो दे दिया उसको
The more you put a 0 to a number, it increases 10 times the value. But if you omit the number
हजारों जीरो रहा तो
in the left side, maybe 1,000 zeros are there, but they have no value, isn't it?
भगवत नाम
So the names of Bhagavan.
तुलसीदास जी कह रहे हैं, राम नाम के अंक है, सब साधन को सुन, अंक रहे बड़े 10 गुण। है, अंक रहे तो बस नहीं तो बेकार है। तात्पर्य क्या? भगवत भजन, राम नाम, वो वर्णाश्रमी हो, ब्राह्मण हो, क्षत्रिय हो, वैश्य हो, सभी को लेके एक ही निर्देश दिया गया, क्या सभी क्या करें?
So whether you're Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Shudra, everybody should chant holy names.
हरे नाम, हरे नाम, हरे नाम ही होते बोलो, नास्ति वो, नास्ति वो, नास्ति वो, गति करना। इन्हें 3 बार कर दो। हरि नाम,
So it's mentioning 3 times.
किन बार
Harinam, Harinam, Harinam.
क्या बोल रहे हैं? नास्ति वो,
And also 3 times. Nastiyeva, Nastiyeva, Nastiyeva. Only that. Only Harinam. Only Harinam.
शादी के लिए नहीं हो।
Cannot get but attained by karma, jnana, yoga, tapasya. Only by Harinam.
हरि नाम, हरि नाम। दुर्लभ लागी कहे 3 बार। पहले एक बार करें तो हो जाता था।
So saying only one time would be enough. Why repeat it 3 times?
जी हरि नाम के द्वारा आपके सब कुछ हो जाएगा। पहले यहाँ पर 3 बार क्यों कर रहे हैं?
So if one holy name is enough, like your holy names is already enough, why are you saying 3 times?
हैं? नहीं, दृढ़ता के लिए।
Just to make you like with strong resolution.
तुंडुलवात समझ लो।
And also jata tundulavat. You know what is tundulavat?
निकालने के लिए।
Like for example,
बार-बार क्या करते हैं?
when you have to take the grain of rice, separate the grain of rice from the husk, you have to like beat again and again.
उसके हाथ से जो है, क्या बोलते हैं?
And if
जब अलग नहीं हो जाए,
the husk is still covering the grain of rice, you have to continue mashing it with
तात्पर्य क्या है?
with some tool. In the same way, if you're not chanting Shuddhanam, until you don't have prem, until you haven't attained prem, you have to continue chanting. So that's why it's telling 3 times, HariNaam, HariNaam, HariNaam. So for how long you have to chant holy names? Until you have attained prem. But one holy name would be enough, huh? If you chant only once holy names. Sacred means even once if you chant holy names. All your sins are destroyed. So why it's mentioning to do it again and again? Why? Because the human beings of Kali Yuga, they have so much the tendency to perform sinful activities. It's very difficult to go away. Like some grains of rice, for example, they are inside the husk. Some rices you just mash once and immediately the grain of rice separated from the husk, but sometimes some not. Again and again you have to mash, like to smash, like to hit. You have to mash it more strongly so that and again, so that the grain of rice will be separated from the husk. The same way, if you until you haven't attained Krishna Prem, you should continue. Oh, but I've attained Krishna Prem. Will I stop chanting then? In this moment, if I have already attained Krishna Prem? Because before we say, if until you have attained Prem, you continue chanting. Okay, but if I got Prem, if I have received Prem, then I would stop chanting? No. Because Nama is sadhana and sadhya also. Nama is full of rasa, embodiment of rasa. Nama is so glorious. And when we attain Prem, we don't stop chanting. This is the speciality of holy names we see. By karma, jnana, yoga and other things, when you attain the goal, you drop the process. You stop following that process. For example, if you want to go to the roof, you need a ladder. But when you attain the roof, then you don't need the ladder anymore, right? But to attain Bhagavat Prem is different. Even though you are liberated, you'll continue chanting. Because holy names is the source of bliss. It's the embodiment of prema and also the embodiment of rasa. Even though you want to stop chanting, you won't be able to. Because it's so delicious. Just like the sugar cane. If you heat the sugar cane in the fire, the juice of the sugar cane will be so hot. And if you chew that sugar cane in that moment, your tongue will be burned, but you won't stop chewing anyway. So the glories of holy names are so much. Holy names will dance in your tongue. By himself, he will dance. Like now you're chanting holy names with the japamala. But when you attain Prem, automatically the names will dance on your tongue. And also, Mahaprabhu will manifest his sarup in front of you, his form in front of you. Mahaprabhu is saying the Shikshastakam. You don't want to stop chanting. You think, I'll stop chanting. But no, you'll feel so much bliss at that moment. You cannot stop it. Now it's difficult to chant holy names now. Your head is paining, aching, you're feeling sleepy while you chant. It's difficult, it's hard to chant right now. like so many obstacles will come. You feel headache. Oh Maharaj, 2 hours already, I don't want to stop chanting anymore. I don't want to chant anymore. I'll put my japa mala aside and I'll do another thing. But oh my brother, when you chant Shuddha Naam, Mahaprabhu will automatically start dancing on your tongue. You feel so much bliss at that moment. You'll be like diving in the ocean of bliss, feeling so much bliss. Mahaprabhu is saying in this verse, first verse of Shikshastakam, so beautiful. We have to clean the mirror of our hearts. So holy names can finish all our miseries. We are suffering so much in the 3 miseries of this world: hot and cold, adidatmik, adidevic, adibautic. We are suffering papa and punya, sin and pious deeds for so many lives. Lust and anger always torturing us. But by chanting holy names, all this slowly will be destroyed. Even the desire to perform sinful activities will be over, will be destroyed. The 5 sufferings, 5 klesh, avidya, asmita, raga, desha, abhinivesh, by Mahaprabhu, by holy names, all these can be destroyed. And slowly you will realize your soul. Just like when the moon rises in the sky, you feel so much happiness in your heart. The lotus that blossoms at night, it's called Kumudini. So the moonlight opens the petals of the Kumudini, the night lotus flower. So all your ignorance, avidya, will be destroyed. And this knowledge of actually love for Bhagavan will appear. There are 2 knowledges: Jara Vidya, material knowledge, and Chit Vidya, spiritual knowledge. Who is Vadhu? Do you know what is Vadhu? Wife. Vadhu is someone who has just gotten married. Like the bride who just came to the house, she just got married. She's even wearing the veil, yet she almost doesn't speak. So what is this knowledge? Vida, Vadu, Jivanam. Actually, all this knowledge about God will appear in your heart. So the material knowledge will be destroyed and the transcendental knowledge will appear. Rupa Goswami in the Padyavali, he explains, when husband and wife, they're speaking for the first time, like this recently married bride, she's so shy in the beginning when she starts relating with her husband. She speaks so slowly, and also low, like not loudly. And her husband is so eager to hear what she's saying. And the husband is really eager to try to listen her words because she's so shy. And so the girl who just got married and she has met her husband, and the husband is so eager to listen to her words. She's so shy. In Kali Yuga is different. There's a shloka of Rupa Goswami about this, very beautiful, explaining the glories of the holy names. Just like this Naba Vibahita means recently married bride. She'll speak so softly to her husband and very like so shy, with shyness, so much shyness. She'll speak and very low and slow. So the husband is very eager to hear to her words again and again. So Vidavadu Jivanam. Ambudhi means ocean of bliss. These waves of the ocean of bliss are going on. Mahaprabhu gives, his holy names give so much ananda. When all these bhavas, these waves of these bhavas, dipta, sudipta. If I speak, you won't understand. But try to understand. Dhumait, Jalit, Dipta, Udipta, Sudipta. Stages of Mahabhava. So much bliss you feel in Mahaprabhu at that moment. So 4 kinds of things that happen with the bhav. Bhav Sandhi, bhav. So there are all these bhavas are coming, and if I tell you, don't understand, but still it's nice to hear. Just like the waves of the ocean, you can sit on the beach, like in Jagannath Puri, for example. Sit on the beach at the sunset time. So sun has set, and the rays of the moon are just coming and shining and reflecting on the ocean. So there are many waves. It will be so beautiful. One wave sometimes surpass the other wave, and another wave is coming from behind. Then another wave also coming. And these waves, slowly, they touch the shore. And the sound is very strong. Looks like that the wave will come to the beach and drag you along. But there's something very interesting about the ocean. Even the shores, the waves are really big sometimes, but they just touch the shore and they come back. Like they don't trespass the limit of the shore, the beach. It's very interesting, very beautiful. So in the same way, the glories of the holy names, immersed in the ocean of bliss. You'll bathe completely, feel so much bliss. Just like when people go to Jagannath Puri, they are bathing in the waves of the sea again and again. They're bathing in the waves of the sea. One wave comes, another wave comes, they are like jumping in the waves and bathing, and they are so happy. The same way, these waves of holy names, and they'll give you so much bliss. So that moment you realize the swarupa of your soul. Your soul has a swarupa, but you cannot see it now. We see only the gross body. Do you understand? We are so dirty. What is muchi? Sorry, not forget the dirty. Muchi is someone who works with shoemaker. Even this is one kind of also insult to someone. You can say, oh, you're like a shoemaker. Like means somebody who is only saying, like for example, someone who works with skin. Oh, this skin of like shoes. This skin is black, or this is white, this is thick, this is big, this is thin. Means we are like this also. Shoemaker, because we are only checking the gross body of the people. But we have to recognize, to understand what is the soul. We have to know about our soul, hear about it, Try to see it.
बारे में सुनो,
Try to listen about it.
बारे में जानते नहीं,
You don't know about your own self.
के बारे में सब कुछ जान लिया।
You know everything about others, huh?
हम लोग सब क्या एक्सपर्ट है किसे
We are experts
जानने के लिए,
in knowing about others.
किंतु अपना के बारे में हम जानते
But to know about your own self, you don't know. These are foolishness.
हैं। ये कहते हैं, अरे वो आत्मा दृष्टव्य श्रोतव्य, तो श्रवण के योग्य है, श्रोतव्य, अरे वो आत्मा
We should hear about our soul. We are qualified to hear it, hear about it and see it. We should try to see our own soul.
निजी ध्यान से उनके ध्यान
Meditate in your soul. Think about your soul.
पिछले शास्त्र में लिखा, उपनिषद में लिखा है,
The Upanishads explain.
आत्मा दृष्टव्य श्रोतव्य निजी ध्यान से जानो, पहचानो अपने,
You have to know who you are.
जगते सर्वज्ञानं भवति,
And if you know about yourself, you know everything.
कुछ जानने के लिए अवश्य समय,
No need to, nothing will be left for you to know if you know about Him, about your own self.
भगवान को जान लेते हैं, सब कुछ जान लेते
If you know about Bhagavan, you know about everything. No need to know about anything else.
हैं, ऐसा
Do you understand?
को जानने के लिए क्या करते हैं, दर्पण चाहिए ना,
To know about yourself, we need a mirror.
दर्पण में हर रोज क्या करते हो,
Every day in the mirror, we are looking at ourselves in the mirror.
लगाते रहते हो, हैं, लाल नील पीला काली क्या लगा के लगा,
And we are like putting like some makeup or some things in our face, especially the mothers.
और माताएं की जो है उसमें रहते
All the mothers, they have in their bags always. What? A small mirror always?
हैं आपके पास,
Do you have a mirror?
जल्दी निकाला,
Then at any moment, you just stop and check yourself in the mirror.
है कि नहीं,
Isn't it?
हैं, एक पैसा पैसा नहीं रखते, वो सबका 10 रुपए के नोट रखते हैं, बैग है ना उसमें,
And it's very cheap.
हम कभी करते हैं,
Ah, no, sorry. Maybe you don't have any money in your bag.
वो क्या मनी बैग,
Only 10 rupees. Like, for example, comparing men and women. You see, generally, women, they always have a purse,
बाहर से
like big purse, generally.
कुछ है नहीं दिखाने के बाद,
But it's only like an external thing, because actually the purse of women, they don't have nothing, no money, nothing.
10 रुपया
Maximum 10 rupees they have in their purse.
एक शीशा रहता है,
And also one mirror and some makeup, some lipstick or something they'll have in their purse. But externally the purse is very big and beautiful.
इसलिए लाख करोड़ पैसे
Looks like the person has, the girl has 1,000 rupees inside.
नहीं जगह,
But inside,
5 रुपया पड़ा हुआ
mostly she'll have only maybe 10 rupees or 15 rupees. But male, like the men, they have maybe 1,000 rupees, but they put it very hiddenly in their pocket or they hide it.
खाते रहते हैं,
So women are like showing off, just like the teeth of an elephant.
समझ रहे हाँ, ये जो कार्य है, इसलिए कहते हैं, और ये वो आत्मा दृष्टि को स्वतंत्र, हाँ,
Ramachandra Prabhu is asking if you give class downstairs. I speak Harikatha wherever I am, Gurudev is saying.
तो सामने कोई नहीं बढ़ता है, मेरा तो बहुत कष्ट होता है,
Nobody is sitting in front of me, so I don't like it.
तो बोले सब ऊपर बैठे किसी को दिखाई नहीं,
They tell that everybody has to sit in the second floor, then I cannot see anyone if I sit downstairs.
कहाँ पर है,
I don't see anyone.
हैं,
I think because in the Delhi temple they are not allowing people to sit in front of the
से नहीं जाता है, बुझती है,
of the speaker.
पता नहीं है, सुनाई नहीं,
Then people cannot hear properly because the sound is not coming properly to the second floor.
हैं, वो तो इंटरनेट देखते हैं, करते रहते हैं, हैं, पागल पागल बुक करते हैं, मैं आज को बोला ना हमारे पास कोई नहीं है, वो इसमें लगा देते, क्या बोले, जूम में,
So that's why sometimes today I did in the Zoom also class.
हैं, हम क्या दिखाई पड़ते थोड़ी है, हम तो पागल हो गए, हैं, कोई व्यक्ति सामने बोले उसके जो है
If somebody sits in front of me, so there is an action, a reaction, then I feel happiness when I speak Harikatha. If somebody is sitting in front of me, I see the person is understanding or not, the person is crying or laughing, there is some reaction. This is nice.
आते नहीं,
Do you understand?
कथा में आनंद होता है,
I feel happiness when I speak Harikatha. People sitting in front of me. Otherwise, I'm just speaking to the walls. No one is in front of me.
इसलिए मैं आज इसलिए कह रहे हैं, नाम
So I'm saying,
अधिक जोर देना,
give emphasis in holy names.
नाम तब होता है, उच्चारण तब होता है शुद्ध
So you'll be able to chant pure holy names when? By the association of sadhu.
शुद्ध नाम होता है शुद्ध भक्त के संग में। क्या बोला?
So you'll be able to chant pure holy names
शुद्ध नाम कैसे?
if you associate with a pure devotee, otherwise not possible. That's why in the Java Dharma, Vijay Kumara,
हाँ,
he asked,
हम शुद्ध नाम कैसे उच्चारण करें?
how can we chant pure holy names?
बाबाजी महाराज करे
Then Babaji Maharaj said, you have to associate with a pure devotee.
शुद्ध भक्त की संग से ही
If you associate with a pure devotee, then you'll be able to chant pure holy names.
तात्पर्य क्या है?
What is the meaning?
उनके संग क्या? उनकी
What is to associate with a pure devotee? You have to listen from his mouth the glories of the holy names.
के बारे में हम जब श्रवण करते हैं, सुनते हैं,
So when we hear about something from someone, then this will make us have faith in that.
आप नाम कर रहे हैं,
So now you're chanting holy names,
किंतु वो नाम कैसे करना है?
but how to chant holy names?
शुद्ध भक्त के पास बैठे,
You have to sit
वो शुद्ध
in front of the pure devotee,
नाम की महिमा
and the pure devotee will tell you the glories of the holy names.
समझ में आ रहे?
Do you understand?
क्योंकि किसी के बारे में हम जब सुनते हैं,
Because when you hear about something from someone,
क्या होता है?
then we'll develop
उसके लिए हमारी इच्छा होती
desire to see that thing.
है। किसी की महिमा जब हम सुनते
For example, if you hear someone's glories,
हैं, व्यक्ति
for example, oh, such person is this and this and that,
है ना, तो उस व्यक्ति के देखने के लिए हम
then
क्या
you'll be so eager to see that person.
है? ये तो श्रीमद् भागवत में इसी के भागवतकार है।
That's what the Bhakta is saying.
गोस्वामी पाद
Shukadeva Goswami Pad.
से जन्म लेकर के जब जंगल के ओट
When he took birth from the womb of his mother and he was going to the jungle,
और वैष्णदेव उनके पीछे पीछे क्या बोले?
Vasudeva was running behind him, speaking, oh my son,
दैवान विरह
calling out.
आजु आव पुत्री तो तना तरो भी नहीं दू तंग सर्वभूत हृदय मुनि मान तो उसमें तो गोस्वामी पाद
Shukadeva Goswami Pad said,
गोस्वामी पाद मातृगर्भ से जन्म लेकर के
when Shukadeva Goswami was born from the womb of a mother,
लीन होने के लिए क्या कर
he was running to try to merge in Brahma.
आज चेयर को बाहर कर दो थोड़ा दो चार बैठ जाए हैं
You can sit on a chair outside.
बाहर कर दो ना विराट को फिर ये क्या कर ले अच्छा क्या बोला
What did I say?
है जम प्रवचन तो मनुपित अभेद कृतम द्वैपायन विरह कातुर आजुभावो पुत्री की तन्मय तरो भी नहीं दो तम सर्वभूत हृदय मुनि मुनि मानतो अस्मि है देखो कितने सुंदर श्लोक है
So this verse is so beautiful.
और देखो सुखदेव गोस्वामी पाद क्या की जंगल में प्रवेश
So Shukadeva Goswami Pad entered the forest
लीन होने के लिए
to merge in Brahma.
पीछे वैष्णदेव उनके पीछे वैष्णदेव ने क्या किया उसको पकड़ने के लिए बहलों को बुलाया शिकारी है ना उनको बुलाया
So Vyasadeva called some hunters
जो है
and he told them,
अच्छी है
there's a nice birds in this forest.
उसके पकड़ करके ले आओ उसके पकड़ने के लिए कुछ क्या चाहिए दाना चाहिए पक्षी को पकड़ने के लिए क्या चाहिए दाना चाहिए एक
You need
आएगा
to catch a bird, you need some
बिछेगा
grains. Just like that shloka. You don't remember that verse? One day a hunter will come, ek din shikari aega,
जाल बिछेगा
jal bichayega, he'll put the nets, he'll put also dana dalega, he'll put the grains.
क्या बोला
Lob se fasna nahi, don't be stuck because of your eagerness, your greed.
वो जो फुट जो है
So Vyasadeva told the hunters,
पकड़ना कैसे ये साधारण दाना से नहीं हुआ
this bird, you cannot catch him with like normal food.
एक सुख पक्षी जो है
These
अनार के दाना
birds,
नहीं आएगा
even if you offer him
आम दे दो
banana or like pomegranate seeds, you won't be able to catch him.
उसको क्या क्या दाना देना पड़ेगा दाना माने भोजन आहार
What do you need to give him of food?
क्या बोल रहे हैं
What?
मैं उनके लिए मैं एक श्लोक सिखा देता हूँ
So okay, I'll teach you one verse.
व्यासदेव जी ने
Vyasadeva told,
ये क्या चीज है
what is this?
इसमें रिकॉर्ड हो गया
This is recording. Wow.
आ जाएगा ऐसे
Have to speak like this? Okay, no problem. Vyasadeva said, look, to catch that bird, I'll teach you one verse. So to catch the birds in this world, you need some pomegranate seeds, for example. Oh, have to put in the ear. If I put it in my ears, then you're able to listen to it. Okay. In this material world, to capture a parrot, you need pomegranate seeds, banana, any fruit, and certainly, probably he will come. But Vyasadeva was teaching the hunters. You cannot catch this bird with mango or any kind of fruit. How to catch him then? Okay, I'll teach you one verse, one mantra. So to catch someone, you need the mantra. What is the mantra? Okay, I'll tell you, listen. So go to the jungle and sing this mantra with beautiful voice. Which mantra? Barapiram natavaravapu. It is describing the beautiful form of Krishna. Beautiful verse in the Bhagavatam. There are other beautiful verses, but this verse is so beautiful. Unprecedentedly beautiful sloka. This verse is so beautiful. Oh. This beautiful boy. He's going to cow graze with his friends. He has so much love and affection for his friends that he's embracing his friends. Like his hand is around the neck of his friends. He's also laughing. He's also attracting every one of his sidelong glance. And in his head, he has a peacock feather. So beautiful. Three bent folds, and he's walking with so much art, like so beautifully. Just like in the time of wedding ceremony, bride and bridegroom, they are so ornamented with so many ornaments. So two meanings are there. What did I say? Nata bara. So bara has two meanings, this word bara. Bar. One meaning is bridegroom. Just like the bride and bridegroom in the time of wedding ceremony, they are so dressed up, so beautifully. Like for example, you came here now. You didn't come all dressed up. You just came here just like if you have heard the sound of the flute. You just came quickly as you were. But in the time of the wedding ceremony, you go to the beauty parlor and you start preparing for the wedding 1 year before. Yes, this is true. You have to buy a cloth, you have to buy ornaments and so many things. Many kinds of things you have to do. Go to the beauty parlor and you have to do this, do that. So like for example a cloth, you have to arrange the cloth. You have to make it like sometimes bigger or smaller. You also have to maybe take care of your makeup so it's not out of place. So bar means beautiful, most best, but also means bride and bridegroom. Bar. Barabadu. Just like in the time of wedding ceremony, the bride and bridegroom are so dressed up, so beautiful. So in the same way, when Krishna goes for cow grazing with his friends, he goes for cow grazing with his sakhas. Krishna is so beautiful, like dressed up. He's wearing this peacock feather on his head. And he's walking with, he knows how to walk in a very beautiful way, like an art. Some people, they walk like stomping, tap, 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 make so much noise, everybody's like, who's coming? If your house is made of wood, those who live under you, like in the floor under you, they will chastise you. So there's an art of walking. Some people walk like cats. The cat can like walk in a way that is not making sounds. So an art of walking. And Krishna has the karnika flowers, sometimes in one behind one ear, sometimes behind the other ear. And his clothes, his pitambar, so beautiful, just like a lightning. Krishna is using this garland of flowers that the gopis had made for him. It's a very long garland, and this garland is made of 5 flowers. Very beautiful. And something amazing. The most beautiful is like when Krishna is putting his flute on his lips. Then Krishna manifests an unprecedented form. Sometimes he puts his flute on his waist, but when Govinda puts his flute on his lips, so the lower lips and upper lips. Lower lips is called Adhar, and the upper lips is called Ashta. So when he puts the flute inside his lower and upper lips, and when Krishna starts playing the flute, it's so sweet, such a sweet sound that attracts the 3 worlds. This shakes everyone's hearts, affects everyone's hearts, because the melody of the flute, the sound of the flute, even those in the earth, they are also affected, like everyone is affected. But like suppose a person is selling a cloth, okay, the sound of the flute of Krishna is running, like moving in the earth, and he sees that nobody's wants to take that. Then this sound also went to Swargaloka, and like just like somebody who's selling a cloth and said, who wants to take the cloth? Nobody answers. So when the sound of the flute went to Swargaloka, this sound also agitated the ladies of Swarga, and their bodies were shaking, the bodies of the Swargaloka girls. And then they were plucking the parijat flowers, and these parijat flowers, they fell from their hands because they shook, their bodies shook, and these parijat flowers fell on the feet of Krishna. Actually, there's no one to hear, to buy. Actually, something which is like the sound of the flute of Krishna, so nobody in this earth wanted to take that sound. So in Swargaloka, maybe 2-4 people were there who could take that sound, and they got shaken because of the sound of the flute. The heart of these apsaras, their heart was affected and shaking because of the sound of the flute. And then the parijata flowers, they dropped, and then because they shook their bodies, the sound of the flute made their bodies shake. And okay, So the sound of the flute went up until Vaikuntha. Not even in Vaikuntha there was somebody to buy that. So this sound of the flute crossed Vaikuntha and even went to Ayodhya, Sankedam. Nobody also wanted to buy there. If like the businessman always wants to sell his goods. We are also like businessmen. So Krishna saw in Vaikuntha, Ayodhya, Dwarka, nobody was going to take that sound of the flute. Then Krishna the sound went to Goloka Vrindavan. In Goloka Vrindavan, some people also could buy, but like for Shantarasa, they could not buy the sound of the flute. Vatsalarasa also not so many people could buy. In Sakarasa only little bit also. But Madhurya Rasa, yes, they wanted to buy that product. 5 kinds of Madhurya Rasa. Sakinita Sake, Pranasake, many kinds. In the end, the sound of the flute entered what? Entered in the ears of the gopis. Do you understand? Did you understand my language? So the sound of the flute found its like customer where? In the ears of the gopis. This beautiful form of Krishna, his sweetness. Lila Madhuri, Pema Madhuri, Beno Madhuri. What I want to say is that Vyasadeva, with one verse, he taught the hunters to capture Shukadeva Goswami. So the hunters, they told this verse. And the Parikit Maharaj, Shukadeva Goswami, the parrot, couldn't check himself. Oh, this beautiful shloka about a beautiful person. Tell me more about him. Like Shukadeva Goswami was interested to know more. Because in this world, some people, they are very beautiful, but inside they don't have no qualities. Some people, they're ugly, for example, but inside they have many qualities. They're beautiful inside. So in this world, we see these, right? It's not a person is like beautiful and also he has so many qualities. Not necessarily. Some people, they have qualities but they're not beautiful. Some people are beautiful but they don't have qualities. In this world this happens. So this Shukadeva Goswami asked those hunters, okay, you just mentioned somebody who is really pretty, Krishna. Okay, but how is he? He's very beautiful, but does he have qualities also? Someone is a pandita, for example, but doesn't have money. The person maybe is poor. It's not that just because a person is pandit, he has money. So some person has money and is also intelligent. So is there any rich people in this world? But some people are rich, but they don't have qualities. They're full of hypocrisy, doing bad things. Maybe the person is very rich, but only doing stupid, nonsense, rascal things. Some people, they don't have money, but they're very humble and good people. Very humble, giving happiness to everyone. Bhagavan, he has qualities. He has everything at the same time. All the qualities, all the money, all the beauty. So Vyasadeva told that verse mentioning the beauty of Krishna, right? So Shukadeva Goswami was captivated when the hunters told that verse. Okay, but how is the qualities of Krishna? So tell another verse. So what is the other verse? Ai, meu Deus. My battery. Haribo, consegui voltar? Desculpa, I'm sorry, I had a battery problem. My phone died. Hare Krishna. Okay.
उस समय क्या बोले जब स्थली में बलि महाराज के जब नहीं किसी में जब स्थली में आए थे उसमें कैसे वो तो ब्राह्मण होता है.
So Lord came as the dwarf brahmana to the sacrifice of Bali Maharaj. When the daughter of Bali Maharaj saw Vamanadeva, she was so mesmerized because God is so beautiful, yes, of course. That Navali thought, oh, if this Vamana will be my daughter, my son, I would breastfeed him. Because the ladies in Vatsalya they have this mood. So Ratnabali saw Vamanadeva Bhagavan, the dwarf Vamana, and she wanted to breastfeed him, and Bhagavan, he fulfills everyone's desire, so he said, okay, I will fulfill your desire. When Bali Maharaj started to give donation, then Vamanadev said that I want only 3 pat bhumi, only 3 step of land, and I will measure with my own small feet. The Brahmanas have no lobha, no eager, greedy, so okay, very nice. So, but the guru of Bali Maharaj saw, oh, he's Vishnu, he will take everything from you. And if the disciple is rich, he can give some donation to guru. But if the disciple is poor, then actually he will ask money from guru or what. So Shukracharya was thinking, if my disciple Bali Maharaj gives everything to Vishnu, I will not get anything from me. Salama is the donation that the guru gets in the year. So like Shukracharya said, oh, he will take everything from you. He will take everything from you. He's Vishnu. But Bali Maharaj said, imagine the Supreme Lord of all the universes today has come to me to ask for some donation. There's nothing higher than that. Everything belongs to Bhagavan. Everything belongs to Bhagavan. If Bhagavan is coming to me to ask for some donation, what is that problem I have? I can give it. He gave to me in the first place. He gave it to me, everything I have. Who has given us? Who has given to you? Bhagavan. So if you understand that, you won't suffer. So Shukracharya said, no. Bali Maharaj said, actually I am so fortunate because the Lord of all the universes, the Creator, He's the Creator, the Destroyer. He has come to me today asking for some donation. So I'm so fortunate. Just like a father gives a biscuit to his son, then the father will say, son, give me a bit of it. If the son will say, oh father, please take this, father will be so happy because actually he gave in the first place and his son is giving back to him, and also the son will also be happy. Shukracharya is thinking, Vishnu will take everything from my disciple and I won't have anything for me. But Bali Maharaj said, no, I will give. But Shukracharya tried to interfere. So Shukracharya entered inside the pot of water, and the water was not coming from the pot to perform achaman, for the vow of giving the donation. But Bhagavan Vamanadev is also very clever. So he said, okay, well, maybe maybe a leaf, it's not allowing the water to come out from this pot. So Shukracharya, with his power of his yoga, he was inside, not allowing the water to come out from the pot. But then Vamanadeva cleaned that pot. Bali Maharaj cleaned that pot with a blade of grass because Vamanadeva told him to. And in this way, actually, Shukracharya was blind from one eye because that hurt him. So, with one foot, so he made the vow of giving the donation. Then Vamanadeva, with one foot, he took the whole earth. But he showed before he had small foot, but then he manifested gigantic feet. This is the inconceivable potency of Bhagavan, because something big cannot be inside something small. Something small can be inside something big, but not the opposite. So with the first foot, he measured the whole earth. The second foot, he measured Swarga Lok. Then he was going up. Then Brahmaji washed his feet and kept that water. This water, Bhagirata, manifested in this world. It's the Ganga water. In the Swarga Loka, Mandakini, and in Prithvi Loka, Ganga or Bhagirati, and Bhagavati. Okay, but the third foot, where did he, how did he just manifested 3 foots? Because human beings, they have 2 foots, not 3. Those who have more foots, they are foolish. Radharani also said, the more foots, the more legs someone has, more foolish. Srimati Radhika, when she was feeling transcendental madness, she said, those who have more legs, they are foolish. Human beings have only 2 legs, and the human beings are the most clever of all the animals. But the 4-legged animals, they're foolish. Like, for example, cow, buffaloes, they have 4. So the more legs someone has, more foolish. But the snake has no legs. There are some insects, like a kind of caterpillar. They have thousands of legs, like hundreds. The bumblebee has how many legs? The black bees has 6 legs. Foolish. So, but 3 legs? Who has 3 legs? No one. Bali Maharaj said, okay, 2 legs you manifest, but 3 legs? Who has 3 legs? We hear about someone having 2 legs or 4 legs, but 3 legs? Maybe 100 legs, 8 legs, like insects, 8 legs, but 3 legs? Show me the 3 legs.
ये सड़ंद्री कहा जाता है वो मूर्ख है। अच्छा, किसी के 3 पैर कहां से हो जाएगा भाई? है बलि महाराज जी बोले ठीक है, आप तो 2 पैर, आप तो 3 पैर और तीसरी पैर कहां से दिखाओ? 3 पैर किसको होता है? हम तो द्विपद का सुनते हैं, चतुष्पद सुनते हैं, सरपदी भी सुनते हैं, अष्टपदी भी सुनते हैं। अष्टपदी 8 पैर होता है। 3 पैर किसको होता है? 3 पैर दिखाओ। तो उसमें देखो वामन देव भगवान
Bali Maharaj thought in his mind, I have given everything. I gave my kingdom. I gave the earth, I gave Swargalok, I gave my kingdom. But I haven't given myself. Then Bali Maharaj said, Prabhu, there's lotus feet are so rare, for even Brahma and demigods. Put your lotus feet on my head. Then Bhagavan put his third feet in the head of Bali Maharaj and sent him to Sutala Loka. But at that time, the daughter of Bali Maharaj, what was her name? So the daughter of Bali Maharaj said, oh, he's so hypocrite. He showed he had only 2 legs, then he manifested out of nowhere 3 legs, 1 more leg. Okay, he took all the kingdom of my father, but even he put my father also in Sutalok, also bound by snakes. He is very wicked. The daughter of Bali Maharaj was angry with Bali Maharaj. Oh, daughter of Bali Maharaj was angry with Vamanadev. So Vyasadeva taught this verse to the hunters, so that this verse would also captivate, like enchant Shukadeva Goswami. Why? Because this verse, Ahobakyam, explains the qualities of Krishna. Putana had come to kill him, and Krishna delivered her. Okay, everybody perform Hari Bhajan, chant holy names, chant your Gayatri mantra. So take and go. So bananas and mango for each one. Okay, just look Gurudev. So Gurudev was telling the shloka that Vyasadeva taught the hunters so that they would tell to Shukadeva Goswami and take Shukadeva Goswami from the forest. So one verse describes the Krishna's beauty and another verse describes his qualities. So the verse that describes Krishna's qualities is this verse that mentions how Krishna gave a good destination to Putana, who had come to kill him. So in this context, Gurudev was telling the story of the daughter of Bali Maharaj, who was a Putana in the previous life. Jai Sri Gurudev. So I just translate the part which I missed because of my battery problem.
माताएं होते हैं, दासियां होते हैं, इनके हृदय में ये भाव रहता है। तो इसलिए रत्नावली बामन को भगवान मातृ स्वरूप बना दी, राक्षसी है। वो क्या थी? और वो क्या सना का ये नहीं है जो पंडित उसके धन रहता है, इस जगत में विचित्र रहता है, किंतु अपराधिक चित्त जगत में कहते हैं देखो भगवान के लागू कह रहे।
So Bhagavan at the same time he has all the qualities and the beauty also. Krishna he has the qualities and he is the quality. Krishna has the wealth, he is the wealth. Like some people in this world, they have money but they're bad people, they have so much duplicity and hypocrisy. Some people, they don't have money but they are very humble, giving happiness to everyone. But Bhagavan, he is Gunavan. Krishna is at the same time, he has all the qualities and also he is the qualities themselves. Like he has all the qualities and he is the quality itself. Look how beautiful. So when the hunters, they start to first they describe the beautiful form of Krishna, Hari Naam. Then Shukadeva said, okay, what is the quality of this person? You mentioned about his beauty, but what are his qualities? So they told other verse. Which verse? Aho Bakyam. So the commentaries explain that Bhakti means many things. Bhakti is Putana. She's one kind of witch. And also Bhakini because she's sister of Bakasur. Or because she's a witch. Bhakti. So many meanings of Bhakti, not only one meaning. So this Putana, she was a demoness, Rakshasi. What did she do? She came in disguise of a beautiful woman, a fake disguise of a beautiful woman, and she put that poison, Kalkut poison, lethal poison on her breast, and she came to kill Krishna with the intention of killing Krishna. Jigansa means she wanted to kill Krishna. And what is her qualities or defects? She was asadhi. So someone is unchaste. She's completely unchaste. Durachani means someone wicked, doing bad things. So the two qualities of Putana, or two flaws of Putana, actually not qualities, two like features or flaws, defects she had. One, Balaghatini Rudrasana. So Balaghatini Putana, she would kill small babies, and Rudrasana, she would drink their bloods. So she would kill small babies and also drink their bloods. So she was also very ugly. But she had these two great defects, killing small babies and drinking their blood. So she was really wicked. So she came in disguise of a beautiful woman, of a mother. With tantras and mantras, she manifested a form very beautiful, like a mother, like a woman. And she put this calcutta venom in her both breasts, both. And she came to Gopal, and she manifested, like she started to behave like a mother. Oh la la, oh baby, beautiful baby, come here. Your throat is very dry, huh? I will breastfeed you. Krishna was how old? 6 days old only. Krishna was. Externally, she came in disguise of a mother, showing so much duplicity and hypocrisy actually. Saying, oh, I will breastfeed you. Oh, your mother doesn't have so much love for me as I have. Your throat is dry, I will breastfeed you. Gopal said, okay, no problem. Boys are very simple. Like babies are simple. Whoever calls them, they will come to them. So Gopal said, okay. Bhagavan, Gopal knew who was Putana. He knew that actually she was who? So Krishna was Vamanadeva. He came as a dwarf, and Putana was the daughter of Bali Maharaj. So the daughter of Bali Maharaj, Ratnavali or Ratnamala, her name, she saw the beautiful form of Vamanadeva and she became so intoxicated because God's form is so beautiful, of course. So Ratnamala thought if he would be my son, I would breastfeed him. Here I was already translating, so I'll just stop here. Jai Srila Gurudev ki Jai.